Welcome to Storyboard, where we take you from idea to finished film. We are in the month of May, and we're working with our lovely guest, Alex Foster, and first-time crew member, Leo Martinez.
Hi.
Hi.
Sing it out, baby. Sing it out, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, baby.
Welcome to the Storymatic.
Welcome to Storyboard, where we play the Storymatic.
We already did that.
I'm just saying.
We already did an intro.
People are gonna get confused. Why is the show called Storyboard? And you said Welcome to Storymatic.
All right, edit to this next jump point.
You know I'm keeping that in, right?
Edit to this next jump point.
I got a person who has never left the city.
They are in conflict with Insomniac.
Over cancer.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So
Obviously.
instead of dealing with cancer, since that's going to be rough, should we talk about the characters?
I think that the person who has not left the city, to me, immediately jumps out as like some type of road trippy film. Because then they would leave, right? They would leave like the cancer or someone having cancer or something.
It's
like,
definitely taking them out of their
incites
element.
them to like have to go somewhere. The Insomniac could be the driver if they stay up the whole time
Sure.
driving or something.
I love that they both, by nature, are lonely people. I used to have insomnia, and if I was like alone at night and I couldn't sleep, it's the loneliest feeling.
Yeah.
Because you feel like the rest of the world is happy and content, and you're alone and not.
And not, yeah.
I like the idea of the two of them going on some kind of journey together, like a hero's journey.
Sure.
Something kind of road trippy. I feel like the fact that it's about cancer doesn't mean either of them has to have cancer. They could just be seeking out or going to meet somebody, like a family member or something like that. They are in conflict over it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are fighting about cancer.
Right. There's always deeper emotional stakes.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, if it was like if they're going to go see a parent or something that lives from somewhere else, that makes me feel like they're siblings, which I really like. Because then both the characters are like in conflict over the cancer, not just like one of them is dealing with it and the other one's like a friend that tagged along or something.
Yeah.
Like it feels like both of them are definitely dealing with this conflict. These road trip movies are not short films.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Everything that I put in my head, I don't know how we could do it as a short film, because I want them to go on this journey, right? Like I want them to go somewhere.
Just to say it, because we've never really done it before, like kind of writing within our means or like doing it with what we're doing. Alex and I are on an improv team that is going to Utah literally in the month of May.
God, you're gone this month too.
Oh, it's still a whole weekend.
So,
like a quarter
this-
or a fifth of your month.
Right. This sounds crazy, but we could like literally film it like on the way there and back, which is like a 10-hour drive, which would be 20 hours of driving in total. So we could like try to film it there. I mean, it's possible to do a road trip.
What if we shot a feature? What if we did a feature?
What's that? I don't know what that takes.
Okay, so in theory, we're always trying to do our thing in like less than 10 minutes, right? But a feature is usually like over an hour. Earlier you were talking about the concept of an indie film, right? Because this feels like it has more of like the indie vibe or a lot of like silences, right? These like pregnant pauses and stuff like that. It's so hard to fit those in a short film.
Yeah,
But-
you'd chew up a lot of time just on.
So what if we shot a feature that was about this journey and we just took the journey? And I mean, it sounds like more work, but in some ways it might be easier blocking out these sequences of what we know we want these characters to go through and then kind of improvising what those sequences, how to accomplish what we need to in those sequences based on like, I mean, we could do some planning beforehand. We know the road we're taking, what's along the way, but
I mean, we would definitely have to be okay with like huge chunks of like just dialogue happening, which I mean, I'm okay with, but are we all okay with that? Because if we're gonna fill out a feature length, like there has to be a lot of that. We have to get a lot of this in the drive. And like we can film some stuff before and after, but like a lot of it has to be that drive. We agree that they're siblings. We agree they're both trying to see their
siblings,
parent.
Yeah, I like that.
They're one of their parents or a grandparent or something. We can
Yeah.
figure that specific out later.
I mean, what if they're estranged as well? What if mom and dad split up? The insomniac was with dad,
Ooh, they come
and so
from
the
different
insomniac
parents?
came to go get the sibling. Like, come, you got to come see dad.
Oh, okay.
Both of these cards imply a deep loneliness to me. I don't know why.
I love that. I think them exploring that is really fascinating.
I have something that's resonating with me right now. The insomniac, if the insomniac is closer with the parent who's dying, part of their coming to get their sibling is a sense of responsibility. So they may want to ensure that amends are made between these two parties, but probably what they need is to make the sibling recognize the sacrifices they've made.
Sure, I think they want to be acknowledged by the sibling,
Yeah.
but I think the act is like, I'm doing this for you because I'm the one who loved you, parent.
Yeah.
I'm the one who loved you more.
So do you think they're doing it for the parent rather than for the sibling?
Yeah. And I think they lord it over the sibling.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
like, because that way when they're mad at the other person, it's not like, fine, I'm not gonna do this anymore. It's more about, you have to come. I don't care what you want, you have to come.
Yeah. That sense of familial duty, it manifests in a strange way that's almost more antagonistic. It's like you have to acknowledge your family.
There's still so much to discover through all of the dialogue. Like,
Right.
whoever's writing this is gonna like spend so much time discovering these characters.
Unless we improvise it.
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
You guys are f***ing insane. You guys don't know when to stop.
Legit, like how insane do you think we are for trying to do a
I
feature?
think you guys are stupid. I think you guys are really dumb.
I know that you're gonna be like, oh, whatever. But like, I'm mostly worried about you in the edit. Who do you edit a feature film in what, a week? Right. I know that.
I knew you were gonna shoulder roll at us.
Classic Brandon. Always goes
just-
to the shoulder.
You tell him the logistical issue, and he just shoulder rolls.